Now, as Israel-Hamas war enters day 19, Israel continues to amp up its offensive. More than 700 Palestinians in just the last 24 hours have been killed in Israeli airstrikes. And this figure comes as per Gaza's health ministry. This is the highest 24-hour death toll since Israel began bombing campaign to crush Hamas militants who rampaged through southern communities. In fact, Israeli Air Force fighter jets have carried out an airstrike and neutralized Ibrahim al-Saher, the head of anti-tank missiles array of Hamas Northern Brigade. Ibrahim al-Saher fired an anti-tank missile 2021, which had killed an IDF soldier, had injured several IDF soldiers as well, and it appears that their target they've managed to accomplish.
צה"ל מוכן לתמרון, ואנחנו נקבל החלטה ביחד עם הדרג המדיני אודות המהות והעיתוי של השלב הבא. אנחנו מנהלים מלחמה. בשלב הזה ישנם שיקולים טקטיים עד אסטרטגיים שמאפשרים לנו עוד זמן לשפר ולנצל כל דקה כדי להיות מוכנים אפילו יותר.
ואני רוצה להגיד לכם איפה אנחנו נמצאים כאן.
I want to tell you where we are right now. We are hitting the enemy with tremendous force. We dealt the enemy the hardest blow he suffered in one day. We have killed many dozens of terrorists, possibly much more than that. At this very moment, we are finding out the exact extent of the damage. But we also know that we are also hitting other sectors in the north, hitting everyone who tries to hit us, also in Judea and Samaria. We are facing the next stage. It is on its way. You know it, you are part of it, and you are part of the spearhead. I have enormous appreciation for what you know, how to do, your fighting spirit, your willingness to save our country from these animals, and I'm sure we will succeed in this. We have only one task, to crush Hamas, crush it. We won't stop until we get it done. I trust you, the people of Israel trust you. I am proud of you and I salute you.
לרסק את החמאס, לרסק אותו.
Right, Shiv continues to be with us. Shiv, Israel Prime Minister and military chief have indicated that we may be just hours away from a ground offensive. What are your sources telling us? What do you think is the delay here?
It is true that the Israeli Prime Minister and the defense forces have persistently held the view that the army is fully ready for that ground offensive. But it's much more complicated than that. My sources tell me that obviously, the obvious difficulty and complexity is the entire hostage crisis. With over 210 hostages, including 30 children still in Hamas captivity, any prospect of a large-scale ground offensive becomes difficult. Like we've been reporting, a limited ground offensive by special forces has in fact already begun into parts of northern Gaza. We understand that these are mostly by way of small covert operations, assassination operations, because airstrikes may be difficult in those areas. But otherwise, ground operations in some ways have already begun. It's going to be difficult. Imagine the challenges before the military planners here in Israel, given the huge amount of public pressure as well. Having reported from southern Israel, I can tell you that the army, the military is fully ready there. Phase 1 of aerial bombings is continuing unabated. Now, a very slow and a very measured scaling up of the ground operations is going to start. So that's what we're going to see happen next.
All right. Thanks very much, Shiv, for joining us. Do stay safe.